All right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live, king of WMMA. Okay, folks. Man, I had about 3 people that asked me, Coach, you didn't give a breakdown of Bec Rawlings versus Ilara Joanny. And, they really want, and, normally if a couple of people ask, sometimes I won't do it and sometimes I will, okay? I was on live stream actually covering this fight, but I didn't make a post-fight analysis video. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to really break it down. Look, man, Bec Rawlings, she shined in bare knuckle boxing, okay? She shined in it. And, that's what she did. But, Bec Rawlings probably understood that the longevity in a bare knuckle brawl or bare knuckle boxing career is almost zero. Bec Rawlings, was winning fights, but she started having hand problems. And she really just didn't care to keep dealing with the hand problems, And I can't blame her, I can't blame her. Like, you can't fight, 3 or 4 times in bare knuckle boxing in a year. You can't do that because your hands are not going to hold up, okay? It's just not going to happen. I mean, anything can happen in bare knuckle boxing, anything. You can hit somebody on the elbow, fracture your hand. You can hit somebody on the forehead, fracture your hand. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do in bare knuckle boxing that it's just the injuries are there. She was getting paid pretty well, but it's just longevity-wise, it just wasn't gonna happen. So I understand why Bec Rawlings took an opportunity to go back into MMA. Okay, in my opinion, it's a lot safer. Okay, I think bare knuckle boxing is probably the most dangerous out of all the combat sports. I think it is. And Bec Rawlings took this opportunity to come back into MMA. And this fight, man, they were hyping up Bec Rawlings, and I said, okay, who is she fighting? And so I did a little research on Ilara Joanny, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Ilara Joanny, she's actually pretty decent, The girl got this rough and tough style. She real rough, man. She rough as I don't know what. And she's a pressure fighter. And I started thinking, okay, well, Bec Rawlings, she wasn't really that great in MMA. She was decent, but she wasn't that great. And she's going to come in here and they're going to underestimate this Ilara Joanny girl. And I said this Ilara Joanny girl is going to end up beating Bec Rawlings and probably beating the hell out of her. Well, of course, I mean, I was right. Even the commentators, Big John McCarthy, they were just sitting there, talking about Bec Rawlings this, Bec Rawlings that. They was really trying to hype up the return of Bec Rawlings. And I'm like, Bec Rawlings cannot fight in mixed martial arts. Why you think she got outed in the first place? She's an average, below average MMA fighter, folks. That's just what it is. Okay? And Ilara Joanny came in there and she put hands on Bec Rawlings. I mean, I thought we was in church. I thought we was hearing the Lord. The Lord said, I come up in the morning. Ilara Joanny laid hands on Bec Rawlings. Laid hands on and put the Holy Ghost all in Bec Rawlings. I'm talking about laid out. And look, man, she was hitting Bec Rawlings. They kept saying, well, Bec, chance is to stand with Ilara Joanny, keep the fight standing. Well, even when the fight was standing, Bec Rawlings was getting caught, man. She was getting caught. See, look, I'm going to tell y'all something in bare knuckle brawling, man, okay? In bare knuckle brawling, if your competition is lackluster, okay, you're going to win, okay? You're fighting against lower tier boxers, okay? So, yeah, she's going to win those fights. She's going to win those matchups, okay? But you get Bec Rawlings in there with some people with skill that know how to box. And look, she's going to get beat. She's going to get beat. Okay, her hands are decent, but they talking about her hands and her stand-up like she got world-class hands. No, she don't. And Ilara Joanny exposed her, beat the hell out of her. Then, in round 1, man, Joanny just got in Bec's behind, just got in it. And, Bec was on the defense of the whole fight. She was trying to get away. She kept trying to stick and move, and it wasn't working. And Joanny wasn't trying to have that, okay? Joanny, what she was doing was she was baiting Bec Rawlings in to try to throw these jabs. And then what Ilara Joanny, what she started doing was she started throwing the overhand right. And, lo and behold, Bec Rawlings was food. She was food for that overhand right. She ain't moved one time. She stood there the whole damn time, And then in round 2, Ilara Joanny went for a takedown, and somehow Bec Rawlings ended up reversing the takedown. I'm trying to remember. And they were on the ground rolling, man. No, Bec Rawlings got the takedown, and they were on the ground rolling. And then, Ilara Joanny, man, she rolled Bec over. She rolled her over, man, and she got a hold of Bec's foot. She had Beck foot all up in her face. I said, man, nah. But then she went in there, man, and she just did a knee bar. Like, when the last time you seen somebody get submitted from a knee bar? That ought to tell you something, man. I don't know. Maybe this is a sign for Beck Rawlings, like, hey, baby girl, MMA might not be for you, girl. It might not be for you. You look at Beck's resume, though, man. You know, she done got beaten by some of the best. I tell you this, man. We didn't even know who this, nobody knew Alara Jawani. Okay, I know who she is now. She embarrassed Beck, man. I mean, they was hyping Beck like they were going to try to make Beck like just a product, man. Because, see, her name in bare knuckle boxing, hold gold. And so they were trying to just use that. Like, yeah, well, her bare knuckle boxing experience, she ought to come in here and make this a rough and nasty fight for Alara Jawani. Oh, how they was wrong. You can't even tell Alara Jawani was in a fight. Okay, you can tell Beck Rawlings is in a fight. And I can tell you something, I'm laughing because I don't like Beck Rawlings, okay? First of all, the girl be on social media, man. She roasts people on social media, man, okay? And they go in hard on people who can't defend themselves. And that's the only thing, man. Now, I roast fighters, but, I roast fighters like Megan Anderson who can defend herself. She'll cut back. Megan Anderson will roast you back, okay? That's what it is, okay? But see, they roast people that, first of all, they don't speak a great deal of English, man. They don't do it. Beck Rawlings, Angela Magana, Angela Hill, all of these people, man. They roast people that don't speak a lot of English. And so these people really can't roast them back, Like they roast people like Chris Cyborg. They roast people like, who was that Angela Hill roast? And the girl Angela Hill beat this girl. God, man, she just got beat by, she just got beat by Brianna Van Buren. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm looking at her face in the back of my head. Well, anyway, the Brazilian girl, man. The Brazilian girl says she looked like Bart Simpson. Y'all know who I'm talking about, okay? And they roast a lot of people, man. They do it. And they tend to roast foreigners, man. They roast the foreigners that can't speak up, So, that kind of gives me a bad taste in my mouth. And that's why I'm always laughing at Beck Rawlings. That's why I'm always looking at her buffoonery, her bobbling and her just silliness. Beck Rawlings is goofy. She goofy. And she went in here and she got dealt a bad hand by Alara Jawani. And I'm glad Jawani beat her down. Jawani said, I got a hit list. She said, I'm gonna take care of Beck Rawlings. Then after I take care of Beck Rawlings, I'm finna be on my way to fight for the championship. I'm against Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. And John McCarthy with his old jarhead, old jarhead over there talking about, hey man, this Beck's in a weight class now where she's more comfortable. At 115 pounds, she was cutting too much weight and she wasn't effective. Oh, she's going to be very effective here in the flyweight division because, she feels good at this weight. She and then Beck get in here and get knee barred. Shut up, John McCarthy. Shut up. Oh, congratulations to Alara Jawani.